Okay, I'll put you guys right here. So that's where my phone is best. A good evening. This is July 28th, 2023. Uh, it's been a long time since April. The Super Bowl and also the signing of Jonathan Gannon, who I was very happy in my last video a couple of months ago that he was gone. And there's a lot of moves the Eagles have made, as well as players, opting out, us deciding to move on from some players. I do want to address the Sixers. XFL finished their first season. I'm actually happy the USFL, they finished their second season, but I am a bigger fan, even though it is their second season of the USFL. I am a bigger fan of the XFL. I'm hoping they both stay alive. More football, more action. But as far as I'm barely getting into the USFL, I'm not as much as into it. I'm more into the XFL, and I really watched most of the Battlehawks seasonal games, and I don't think they made the playoffs because of a certain score. They barely missed the playoffs, but I watched most of the NBA playoffs, and what a crazy playoffs it was, I just want to say I'm not going to get too much into it because we do have a lot to address from the Eagles. But as far as the Sixers and the way they went out, I really don't know what happened in Game 6 where we should have finished, and Game 7 was just we didn't show up. As far as the Sixers, I'm hoping that this coach motivates them more, but I don't know if it was a coach. I really don't know if it's just some of the players we have, but that's just a whole different story. I'm hoping for the best. I do want to see the Sixers win a championship. Yes, I've seen the Eagles win, but I really felt like we could have won this one. I have gotten stronger and kind of like put this on a toll, on like as a chip on my shoulder, that we got something to prove this season. I'm not saying we'll make it to the Super Bowl again, but if we can make a push at it, I would be happy, dude. I mean, I'm happy with Jalen Hurts getting us there with our football team almost winning it. We're still NFC champs, representing as champions in NFC opening this season. I don't care what anybody has to say. We are the champions of NFC still. Until somebody else can claim it, we will be the NFC champs all season long. I just want to get that out there before anybody else is like, that was last year. No, sir. Until somebody else claims that trophy and rises it, we are NFC champions, and that's a lot to be proud of. And I am proud of that. I got the license plate holders stating the NFC champions. They had it on clearance on, I believe it was the Eagles website, if I'm not mistaken, the NFL. But thank you very much for that. I finally got my Jalen Hurts jersey. I did not do an unboxing of that because I do want to wear it. I haven't really worn it. I've just really put it in the front. That was more of a down low. I owed it to myself. I do need to get another jersey. I need a white jersey, and I do want to get a Brian Dawkins. I think that'd be best. If not, I'd probably get Graham. But I'm just waiting for these players either to stay with us or if they're gonna move on. So I mean, I know Brian is retired, Brian Dawkins, but he did retire as an Eagle, I believe. So I do want to get a veteran white jersey or an active jersey. Maybe Devontae Smith. They are selling Devontae Smith white jerseys. I do need a brown jersey as well. because he is just on that level too. But I do like Devontae. He's a tough guy, man. I mean, they're all good. Those three guys are good. Yeah, I'm even thinking of a Kelsey. I want a Kelsey jersey because I think he's gonna retire an Eagle. All that being said, I do want to address the new coordinators. So I believe we got the Jalen's quarterback coach, if I'm not mistaken. I believe his name's Johnson. Yeah, Johnson something. Please forgive me if I don't remember his name. I really haven't looked up anything. I'm trying to remember everything at the top of my head. I'm doing something different. Just so this video doesn't last so long, because it is during the off season. I'm very excited. Also, another thing I forgot to check before this video is if training camp started or not. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure they already have started. Or if not, yeah, I'm pretty sure because the preseason starts, I believe, next week. So I'm pretty sure they're already under wraps. And I also want to give Jalen Hurts credit for, before we address anything else, for denying the Netflix deal of the quarterback series. I mean, that just tells you a lot. You know, he what he accomplished is nothing right now to him. He wants to be great. He wants to be great. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure 3 championships is not going to be enough for him. He's just going to want to keep going. He mentioned that he wanted to be multiple championships. And I believe this man. I believe in him. I'm super behind him, dude. I support this man all the way. Even though, yes, you know what? You can go to my previous videos, and I did apologize. I did not support this guy. I did not support that we picked him. I did not support the trade of Carson Wentz, which right now, as far as I know, does not have a job anymore, which is pretty freaking crazy. I believe he's only been in the league 7-8 seasons or some shit like that. 7 or 8 seasons, and boom, dude. Doesn't have a job yet. But anyways, I feel like Hurts has came so long, so far. National champion, and then the national championship game benched. Then makes the Super Bowl. Yeah, he lost, but I think this man, he's on to something, man. He's on to something. And as far as the new players, I think, yes, it'll be a little bit of adjustment. But I think Penny, the running back we signed, is good. Before I start addressing that, Miles Sanders, thank you very much. Your poster will remain. I don't care. You know what? Yes. People are going to say this stuff. Even TJ Gardner-Johnson. They're going to say whatever they're going to say after, obviously, they're not with the team anymore. But what those gentlemen gave us when they were with us, that's all I need. I'm not here to bash anybody. You know what? They left. They started talking smack. You know what? Maybe they're upset because they wanted to stay. Right? Obviously, the situation wasn't best for the Eagles organization, the moves how we made. But you know what? To be honest, things can't always be the way we want them to be. There's going to have to be changes, and we're going to be upset about it. It does suck that Miles Sanders, he was good. He's a good running back. I mean, I don't care what anyone says, he was good. But he was worth $7.2 million or something like that, and I believe we got 4 or 5 running backs with all those $7 million that we would have paid Miles. So we got 5 for 1 with the moves how we made, and it's just that's pretty good to me, And then not to mention the trade in the draft for Swift. That's a person that, holy moly, he might even compare to Sanders. With his speed, he was running all over us when we played the Lions last year in that first game. I mean, they literally had us, and if it wasn't for our last drive, I believe the Lions would have beaten us. But their running game was Swift. I remember in one of my videos that I made for that game, Swift had 200 yards or some shit like that rushing. If I'm wrong, go look up that video. I mean, I blew that running game video up on our defense because we allowed so much to that man, and now he's with our team. I mean, wow. I expect a lot. There's gonna be rotation in the running game. We got Boston Scott. That's another guy I want to get. I want to get his jersey because if I'm his height, for starters. And he's like the Darren Sproles that never got to the Super Bowl. Darren Sproles never made it. Or I believe he won one with the Saints, but with our team, I don't believe he ever got there. And Boston Scott has put in a lot of work. I mean, he played along Carson, had success, and now he went to Super Bowl with Hurts, alongside it. I mean, this man has done a lot, and Boston Scott. I hope this guy gets a ring alongside of Hurts because he deserves one too. That's one of the men's one. There's a lot of people want to get the jerseys. Boston Scott's one of them. I know CJ went with Detroit. God bless him. And he was a good player. I believe Miles Sanders, I wish him luck. He's with the Panthers now. Andre Dillard went, I don't know, he just decided to go to the Titans. I mean, Hardgrave took a big payday. I mean, I can't blame him. 16 sacks. He did go with us. Obviously, I believe he was talking smack too. But dude, right now everybody's gonna talk smack. Like it's everyone's 0-0. I mean, everyone wants to. But what they did for my team, that's all I care about. He's 16 something sacks or something. I mean, he did his job. He should have got a ring with the whole football team from the Eagles should have got a ring. And we just fell a little bit short. I mean, I think both teams should have won the ring. I mean, it was just that good of a game. I couldn't sleep that much that night. I don't know if I mentioned it in that video with Jonathan Gannon, but yeah, I couldn't sleep that much that night, but not because of sadness, but because we just came so close. I would have cried if we would have won. I mean, that's something that I would have done. I would have cried if we would have won because, I mean, after 5 years, we get back there, but we lost against somebody that's great in Patrick Mahomes, the two-time champion, MVP. Anyways, yeah, I think we've had a great offseason, an even greater draft. It was Jalen Carter, I believe, and I don't remember the middle linebacker's name, but they were both two top-notch picks. We got the new defensive coordinator. That's who I'm kind of like worried about, the new coordinators. I'm hoping that Nick Sirianni can get him up to speed real quickly. Because we sure as hell need it, man. I don't need us to be number one, but I need us to be good. Like, I mean, we need. I'm sorry, I need us. We need to be good. We need to try to compete and get back into that tournament to try to get back in the Super Bowl. I mean, we need to give Hurts another shot. I think if he's back there, I mean, he can get it done. It just depends on all these new pieces we got, and then new. Bigger pieces, as far as the coordinators, how they're gonna fit onto our team, and I'm excited. Kind of nervous. It's kind of something new. This is a new team. This is not the team we had last year. I mean, we have Hassan Reddick. I'm excited for him. He had 16 sacks too, so I'm excited that he's still under contract. They're talking about Bishop being really good. I just hope he's decent. I don't need our safeties to be super good, because I just don't want the expectations to be too super high for them, and I just need them to get stops. Not every other drive, especially if we play the Chiefs. That's the game that's one of the games that has to be circled for the Eagles. We need to beat the Chiefs, okay? Whether we get back to the Super Bowl to play them or not. We need to find a way to stop Patrick and Andy Reid's offense. Because as far as the Super Bowl, it didn't look like we had an answer. When they played us, I believe, last year, the year before last year, we didn't have an answer. I believe they put up 30-some again. So, no, it was 42. I'm sorry, it was like 42 points they put up against us. So that's 77 points in 2 games that we've allowed to the Chiefs. We've got to find a way to find an answer to beat that team. I mean that's I think that would be one of our overcomes to try to get it done again, to try to get back to where we need to, and back-to-back NFC champions, and to get it done. Because if we don't, we're gonna be looking around. I mean, yes, you know what? It might be one game, but if we lose like 42 to like 28 or some shit like that, uh, I'm gonna have a lot of questions if we even are gonna get to the Super Bowl or even get to the NFC Championship game, because we gotta be on top of our game now more. As good as our team was last year, we're gonna have to be even better. Like if we're gonna get back there, and get it done. Especially defensively. I think defensively, as good as we were, close to making history and with the sacks and everything, we're gonna have to be, maybe not that much sacks, but like the third down ratios has got to go down. They can't be too high. Allowance, fourth down as well. I don't need a lot of turnovers either, because turnovers, they're good. They give us a ball back, but that's not like something that's gonna happen a lot. Quarterbacks get better. They learn from their mistake. Like those turnovers don't always happen because people will adjust. There's a lot of starting quarterbacks that are already kind of vets. There's not really a lot of new ones except for like maybe Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. There's only like about 5 or maybe 4 quarterbacks that are like, yeah, they're rookies, and we don't even know if they're gonna start. There's probably gonna be veterans in front of them, and that's one thing that you guaranteed you might not get the same every year. Turnovers, your turnover rate for defense might not always come, because it's just adjustments. Unless you have a running back fumbling every game, maybe you'll get a fumble out of him. But it's just a trend that happens with certain players because they're turning the ball over. But if they're not, you might not get them. So we need like those deflections. We need to deflect the ball in certain passes. Defensive line needs to get their hands up. Stopping the running back. Those need to be the main keys. Like getting stops. If we could get like 5 or 6 stops, 4 or 5 stops a game, I think we can rack up about 11, maybe 12 wins and get in there. But it all depends on that. I think on offense, we've got a lot of firepower, and we've got even more running back room, running back core. I'm extremely excited about our running backs. We got some good running backs now, more than just like that one or 2 we have. We still got Kenneth Gainwell. We got Boston Scott. We got Penny. I believe his name's Rashard Penny. Please, I apologize if I misquote their names. We got Swift, and I believe that's all our running back room. And that's a lot of talent. I believe we got some XFL player invites and a couple of other invites. I'm not sure from the USFL. Well, we got a good training camp going on, man. Obviously, the best of luck to all the players who make the team, and hopefully you earn your spot well, and you do well, because yeah, man, we got a lot to prove. The Eagles season is around the corner. It's upon us. I believe July ends this weekend. I'm not even sure. I think it's this weekend. But yeah, man, the football season is back. I can't wait. September is a month away. Let's go, baby. Eagles football. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's on our journey to get back there and get it done, man. We need to put Hurts, ring on Hurts' finger, because that man sure as hell deserves it. Blood, sweat, and tears in this bitch, and he just He puts it all in there, man. He's so inspiring. That's all for me today, guys. Until the preseason starts, I believe it's not next week, but the week after. I'm not sure who the Eagles are playing, and if it's not the week after, I believe it's the week after that. But I believe they play in August 10th through 15th or something. One of those days, I believe they're the Eagles' first preseason game. Please, I apologize if I missed up the dates, but I'm pretty sure it's within that date range. I'm excited, guys. Prepare your football. Eagles fans, holler back. Peace. Take care. I'll see you guys this season, bro. All the game reactions. Remember to subscribe to your boy.